Hi everyone, thanks for coming. This will be a brief overview of what you should look for when buying a new computer. First thing you want to consider is the type of case you want to get. There's basically 4 different types of cases. A full tower case has several drive bays as well as several internal bays for hard drives. They're usually pretty tall and they're used primarily for hard drive server units. Mid-tower cases also have several external bays and at least one full rack for hard drive bays, which is usually 4 or 5 different places to place hard drives in. Plus, they always have at least 2 2.5 inch drive spaces for places you can put like SSDs, floppy drives, that type of thing. The mini towers, like this one here, normally have just 2 external bays and 2 to 4 internal bays. Now the main board. The main board is the major component inside the computer. It runs everything. Okay, this is an older board, rather old, probably 10 years old. Okay, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like, your CPU will be going here, and then you have slots for graphic cards and stuff and slots for your memory. There's 2 basic types of boards, the ATX, which is this size, and then the ITX, which is designed for the small cases, the small format cases, which are only a couple inches tall and just a few inches wide and deep. And they normally only have like 1 optical drive bay and 1 hard drive bay on them. CPUs, the heart of the system. So you've got a wide array of CPUs to choose from, depending on what CPU you decide to get or use, determine which motherboard you're going to use. And most CPUs look similar to this. Okay? The heat sink. The heat sink is one of the most vital components in the computer. That's what's going to keep that CPU from getting overheated when it starts doing all that math problems. And they tend to get really hot. A stock CPU cooler like this that comes with your CPU is great for just normal everyday stuff. If you're going to be doing gaming and stuff on your machine, then it's going to get pretty hot. You need to go with a bigger aftermarket heatsink. Memory. This here is old DDR memory. Right now the basics are DDR2, which is a little bit older, and the new one, which is DDR3. DDR2 goes from 400 to 800 megahertz on the bus speed. The DDR3 goes from 800 to 2133 megahertz. Hard drives. Hard drives where all your data is going to be stored, including the operating system. This is what a basic hard drive looks like inside a desktop computer. Okay? They range anywhere from 40 gigabytes now up to about 3 terabytes, which is a really big hard drive. You also have the solid state drives, which are much smaller, but they're much faster. They work on a memory basis, works just like the memory in your computer. You'll have optical drives to choose from. Basically, all you have is a CD-ROM, a DVD-ROM, or a Blu-ray. Those are your 3 basic formats. You have 2 different types of graphics. Onboard graphics, which is built into the motherboard, and discrete graphic cards such as these. Okay, and that's about all the time we have for today. I'll be happy to take any questions after we're done. Thank you all for coming.